Tuesday's Dilemma Day! Hello and welcome to another episode of our little show, and this time we'll have a spoiler for the new set Paradise Lost, so let's jump right into it. Paradise Lost, like the previous set Second Star to the Right, will focus on the original film's period, that's why we'll have the movie Klingons here, and they will attempt vanquish enemy. However, this time we'll have a look at a new card that will come out, and it's a very interesting one. So let me just pull up the image because it's not yet available in Lecky. And that is this card here, Space Lab Regular 1. It's a facility, a station, so not an outpost. It's an advanced research biolab. It's home to Stage 1 testing of Project Genesis, commanded by Carol Marcus. So it has a facility commander that can be useful for the card you know I'd like to help. It lets you play a ship for free then. It seeds at Regular 1. This is a mission that is not currently in the game, but I've been told it will be in the game when the set releases. Dilemmas that require science to overcome, cure, or nullify when revealed, stop a personnel, random selection. And it also has a special download of a science kit, giving all our officers science. Now, what can we do with this space lab? Let's have a look. Our Klingons decide to attempt vanquish enemy. They roll aboard the Cronus 1, there's Brigadier Curler, and a whole host of guys like Azet Bur, General Chang, Chancellor Gorkon, and also the Klingon version of Spock, son of Sarek here. So, let's have a look. The first dilemma we reveal is pawns, or sometimes called prawns, of the military. If Tilani 3 or a biolab is in play, Tilani 3 is a planet. We don't have that on our 3 mission spaceline here, but the Space Lab Regular 1 is a biolab. So opponent may download and seed here up to 2 of the following: hyperaging, aphasia device, or any virus related dilemmas. Then place on mission. So let's download some dilemmas. We are going for this one here and this one, then place on mission. Add 2 science to requirements of all such dilemmas here. So our 2 virus-related dilemmas require 2 science in addition to everything that is printed on it already. And our Space Lab says that when revealed, these virus dilemmas will first randomly stop a personnel. So we reveal it, and then we'll have to randomly select the personnel to be stopped. Let's put him in there as well. Shuffle them. Who is stopped? It's Kimball. Alright, then we'll read the rest. We need 2 engineer and medical, or engineer and 2 medical, and then we need 2 science on top. So let's see. Nothing we need, nothing we need, nothing we need. Still nothing. There's a science. And he also gains engineer if present with only original movies personnel. So that's 1 science, 1 engineer. There's a second science, so we're still short engineer or medical. There's the second engineer, but our only medical has been stopped. So this time it has already stopped us on the first attempt. Let's just assume that, for example, Curler was the stopped guy. Then we would go through with 1 medical, 2 engineer, and 2 science. And that's this one done. Let's move on. Romulan mine probes. Again, it's a virus-related dilemma, so we have to stop 1 at random first. And then we read the rest of the card. 1 personal, random selection continues. So 1 personal, that's Garbok, along with all crew or waiting members who have at least 1 printed skill matching that personnel. Others are stopped. So everyone who has archaeology, transporter skill, or youth goes on along with Garbok. The classification is irrelevant here. So let's see. Spock, no archeo, no transporter skill, no youth. He will be stopped. He will be stopped. He will be stopped. No youth or archeo or transporter skill. None here. None here. None here. So He's the only one he goes through because nobody has skills in common with him. Brigadier Curler would have had the transporter skill, but he was randomly selected first. So he is the only one who goes on to face the crystalline entity. And if that dilemma is played, that usually means our opponent has downloaded lore with his Defend Homeworld download, or another way, meaning in the requirements will be doubled. So at a space mission, that means all life on ship is killed unless shields greater than 12, which the Kronos one can't provide, or 2 music. And Garvok doesn't have music, so crystalline entity is one of the few dilemmas that kills all life on ship. So not only the one person who is still unstopped, but also everyone else, resulting in a full wipeout of this crew here. And that's only a 2-card dilemma combo, maybe 3 if you say the lore download with the Defend Homeworld to get him via security is another one. But that's a neat way to play with Space Lab Regular 1. And there are also other dilemmas that we can use with this neat little card. Let me just have a look at them. For example, Barclay's Protomorphosis Disease is also a science dilemma, as is Dangerous Liaisons, or the Hannonian Land Eel, or Rock People. All these dilemmas are good dilemmas by themselves, maybe Dangerous Liaisons not so much, but if they stop another personnel when they are revealed, chances are your opponent has a much harder time to get through. So definitely a neat addition. Now, those of you who watched our Kaiserfest coverage will probably have waited for the promised spoiler for Paradise Lost. Turns out the audio wasn't working when we did that, so here's a second chance at it. Let me just load this again, and we'll send our crew at the mission next door, Genesis Planet. Kronos 1 stays in orbit. We'll leave a transporter skill aboard the staffed ship because we are feared of that one dilemma that asks for that. And then we'll just walk in. We'll start with a dilemma from Star Trek 3. A fast ship would be nice. Kills one personal, opponent's choice. You may substitute a bodyguard or guard drone. Present or an empty ship. Our ship isn't empty. So our opponent gets to kill a personal. And they look through our guys. And for some reason, they decide that they want to get rid of Garvok again. So he's killed, and that is removed. That was Star Trek 3. Let's move on to Star Trek 4. And it's hello computer. Unless archaeology, physics, and computer skill present, place on table. Let's check. Garvok was our only archaeology, so that one hits. It's placed on table. And all our personal attributes all -2. And that brings us from Star Trek 3 to 4 to Star Trek 5. And we will find row, row, row your boat. Even amongst old friends, conflicts can arise. Captain Spock initially struggled to comprehend the meaning behind the lyrics of his compatriot's chosen campfire song. Game text is to get past requires 2 music or total attributes of greater than 63 from up to 3 personal. So that one is our choice. 2 music is an incredibly tough requirement because music is not a skill that is commonly asked for on dilemmas, so people don't usually care to include it in large quantities. You will find a lot of decks that only have 1 or 2 or maybe 3 instances of music, and then it's tough to get them all out at the same time. So here we actually end up with no music at all. So our second way to beat this is to come up with attributes greater than 63 from only 3 personal. We could use Spock, son of Sarek, who has a combined attribute total of 27 printed. And then we could look at, for example, Gorkon, who brings 22. That brings us to 49. And Brigadier Curler is not there. So let's take the next highest one. That should be a 20, maybe Azepur, who is a 20. So we would be on 69 from these 3 guys. However, the hello computer takes away 6 from all of them. So instead of the 69, we end up on only 51. And since this has a countdown of 3, this will stay in play for our next 2 turns as well. So unless we can find the two music or lots of equipment to boost our attributes, this is going to be very tough to get by. And I'm sure you can come up with other nice ways of running this dilemma. Row, row, row your boat ashore, and the Space Lab regular one, 2 cards from the upcoming set Paradise Lost that you will find on TrexCC's front page at the moment. And if you have nice ideas about how to use these cards in decks, please give me an idea in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed the series that won't be as regular as it used to be last year for various reasons, but I'll try to come up with the odd episode every now and then. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.